Hey guys, it's Brandon, and we are going for a drive. What time is it here? It's like 11:30 at night, and we're heading south. We're leaving out of Ohio right now, and we're in Indiana-Ohio border right now, down by Cincinnati, and we are going to be, in the morning, we're going to arrive at sacred ground as far as upgrading Corvettes is concerned. We're going to fueltech's place, and we're going to go see Anderson Dick and see what's going on, and we're going to be picking up a transmission, a C8 DCT, and the C8 DCT is going to allow us as a community to put General Motors on a pretty peculiar, I should say, spot. So basically what's going to happen, I'm calling it now, just like I told you guys, Anderson Dick would be the first one to go, break the world record once Amelia and all these different people were battling for it. I said Anderson's going to pass them all up, and everybody thought I was crazy. I got booted out of groups because of that debate. Everybody told me I didn't know what I was talking about. Next thing you know, he holds a world record. And it was because he was willing to mess with the clutch pressure when other people were not. But anyway, the same way I predicted that, I predict that there's going to be an issue for General Motors in the not so distant future, because I'm going to be able to turn non-Z51 Corvettes into a superior car than the Z51 and even the Z06, and ultimately their upcoming 1064 car. As far as good drivers are concerned, and going out on the racetrack and being able to have fun with a car that's pure and under your control instead of it trying to nanny you and control you, the non-Z51 mechanical diff is the car. The problem is it currently overheats, and the way that I'm going to solve it is going to be the gold standard. We're not messing with more water radiators. We're cooling oil directly. And this is something that General Motors doesn't even do since the C6 Z06. They no longer cool oil directly. They turned into chicken shits because they don't know how to do it the right way. And I had a long talk with Taj about this in 2019 at the NASA reveal of the convertible, and he just wasn't grasping the concept very well. So we've learned, just like with Kurt Benyon, who didn't understand that if you offer people a clear cover and charge them extra for it, they're going to pay for it. He didn't understand that concept. Team Corvette, they have kind of this weird learning curve where until you do it and they can actually see it in action, they don't have a big enough imagination to understand the importance of what you're talking about. So obviously I've been thoroughly complaining for the last 5 years about the C8 weight distribution and different things. Well, the non-Z51 C8 has a better weight distribution as well, because the non-Z51 mechanical diff DCT weighs less. It weighs about 40 pounds less. So once you understand that, it's a step in the right direction. But the cooling, the way that we're going to cool it is pretty clever. And the reason why I haven't made the piece yet to do it is we have to create a special adapter plate to make it happen, is because we always kind of got cold feet because there's different shaped transmission cases along the way. So I'm very fortunate that Anderson Dick has a mechanical DCT, mechanical diff DCT from a 2020 Corvette Stingray, non-Z51. The reason why that's important is because that's the oldest transmission case. And I also have access to a non-Z51 2023 that has the newer transmission DCT case, because they did a revision. So now we have both cases, and we're going to be able to use the older one for the mock-up. So General Motors is going to find out the hard way that they've got about 100,000 non-Z51 C8s out there now. I'm not sure the exact number, but it's got to be pretty close because they build 25,000 cars a year or something like that. And you figure they've been in business, they've been building these things now for 5 years. Okay, 6 years almost. And you figure, you know, almost half the cars are non-Z51s, roughly. So it's not quite 100,000, but it's getting close. It's a really big market. And so basically, once those people understand that they're sitting on the better car and they can invest their money into an upgrade to make their better car, I mean, you're going to see people going from E-Rays and Z06s and even ZR1s back down to non-Z51s. Maybe they'll buy the non-Z51 as like a second car because they're like, instead of buy a you know, Z06 and a Porsche, I'm going to buy a Z06 and a non-Z51. We're going to give this shit a try. We're going to do it Brandon style because I think Brandon might know what he's talking about. And I promise you this non-Z51 is going to be the most fun car you'll ever freaking own. It is so much freaking fun to drive because it's a pure car. So, anyhow, so took a nap a little bit ago and on our way south to go get this transmission. And then we're going to bring it back up here to Ohio to another god of the industry, who I'm going to keep it secret, but let's just say he's the god of cooling, and he makes the parts, and then I assemble the Legos. I'm the one with the imagination to figure something out, and he and I's discussions are always cutting edge. He's always trying to tell me I'm wrong, and then he finally realizes what I'm talking about. He says, okay, I guess that's possible, and then we make new parts. He's the one who helped me create the oil fittings for the LT and the LS engines. The oil fittings that you find on eBay that adapt from an AN-12 to the oil dry sump fitting. I was the one who created that fitting. And then the Chinese companies copied us. But if you get on eBay and look around and you look at BBB Vets, that's what this YouTube channel originally was. It was for those fittings. If you rewind all the way back to the first episodes, you'll find those fittings before the Chinese companies copied us. But the point is, it's going to be done right. And I've just been kind of sitting around thinking about a bunch of different things, thinking about these big website things that I had that changed the way Amazon and eBay does things. And I realized it's just time for me to get into gear. Anderson bought this transmission on accident. Some guy out of Miami scammed him, basically. Said it was out of a Z51 car. And lied to him. And it was it wasn't to the VIN number that... So anyway, we were able to figure it out that it's a non-Z51. And the transmission does have a minor issue. And the reason why I say it's minor is because my connections inside Tremec have told me how I can fix it. So it's not the end of the world what's wrong with it. But since there's something wrong with it, Anderson got a very good deal on it, and now I'm getting a very good deal on it. So we're going to go pick up a transmission. So anyway, that's probably all I got for that video. I'll end that, and if I figure out something else I want to talk about, I'll make another video. See ya.